Welcome back to the Arctic Den. Today we are playing Gospel of Eve. There is a prequel to this game, but in order to play that I have to play it on the internet, and I don't like that very much at all. There's one ending. Romans 10:9, if you declare with your mouth. That's not actually what it says. You gotta read much older texts. Nah, anyway, this involves a church and an exorcism or something. 1st of October, 2022, 2:16 p.m. Man, that was one long car trip. Hello, Buford. What is this place? It looks more deserted than I expected. Should be it. It's not that uncommon for a church to be this quiet on weekdays. Really? I guess I've never been so close to one. Ah yes, the generic cult building. Excited? Hardly. They won't kick me out for being agnostic, would they? You'll be fine. Maybe don't mention it since we're here for work. I'm pretending to be religious too, just for today. Wait, you're not religious? I thought you were ordained. Do you see me going to church on Sundays? I got their certificate online for $30. Well, so neither of us are even Christians. Off to a good start. Why is a church hiring exorcists anyway? Out of all places, I thought it'd be one thing that's holy enough not to get haunted. If you're religious or spiritual, you're actually more likely to believe in ghosts. Churches are prime breeding grounds for these kind of rumors. After all, they're cult buildings. I'm more surprised that they're hiring outsiders. Their congregation won't think well of it. Must be pretty desperate, huh? Well, let's go meet our client. Press the move button to move to another location. Press the search button to go to another location. And press the talk button if you want to talk to me again. Be quick about it though, I'm freezing here. Okay. I think the first one's more like a RPG Maker game, and this one's more like a visual novel, I guess. Oh, there you are, Naomi. I was worried you got lost. It's a pretty hard drive here. Ah, so this is a Catholic church. That makes sense. Nothing a phone GPS can't solve. Right, you two are the exorcists, right? My name is Naomi. I'm a nun serving in this church. Yes, we talked on the phone. I'm Alicia Wilkershire. That's a interesting last name. And this kid's my assistant, Buford. Kid, really? Don't listen to her. She's only 4 years older than me. Nice to meet you. First things first. Can you give me more details about these supposed hauntings? You said on the call a ghost has been sighted on the premises. Are you sure it's not the priest? But right, please, I beg you. Drive out the evil of the church. I even managed to capture its nauseating presence. What to ask about? The ghost? Or should I say demon? Our church had a small potluck event recently. I thought only Baptists had potlucks. I received the photos from the event and noticed some pictures were off. And look, the utter horror. What are we supposed to be looking at? Don't you see the translucent woman on the back? Imagine my surprise when I received it from the printers. I almost fainted. Please get rid of this evil spirit that is haunting our church. Are you completely sure that's a ghost? Of course, I took these pictures myself. Isn't this super duper terrifying? The spirit could even be watching us right this moment. I feel like this wouldn't have been a big deal had the nun not got this worked up over it. Why call us? Aren't you experts at taking care of ghosts? We are, but I would have expected the church to keep it within the community. Surely you can find someone more affiliated. A lot of priests are also qualified to do exorcisms. Oh, we're trying not to have this problem leak out. Our poor church's reputation is on the line. Ah yes, reputation when there's a demon in your church. Sounds exactly like a cult. Oh, well, I actually called you here secretly. Please keep this whole affair a secret from the head priest. Is that so? He's a bit stubborn. He didn't want to ask anyone for help, but we need to keep the church afloat. Our church already has an attendance problem. The number of people that attend our church keep dwindling down. And the ghost had just been making it worse. Why have you been losing attendees exactly? If I want to name a reason, bigger and more modern churches have been opening around here. Our priest is more old-fashioned, so we haven't been too popular. Wow. Sounds about right. Why does a church need apps and overhead projectors? Isn't the Word of God enough? Well, the Bible's not the Word of God. Technically, it's Christ. But they're not ready for that conversation. Everyone has different preferences. That is an understatement. Even the priest's extended family aren't attending the church anymore. Alright, what do you want me to go exercise, I guess? Please go ahead and perform the exorcism right now. Yes, how will you exorcise the spirit? Do you have a special ceremony? Do you need me to prepare anything? Just say the word. Before anything, I need to take a look around first. I'll need more information before I can start the exorcism. I know that weird things have been sighted in the church, but ghosts aren't always to blame. I'd like to investigate other possibilities first. Yeah, maybe it's just, I don't know. A stranger. What else can it be? You saw the photos. The place is clearly haunted. Exercising is a complicated procedure. Yep, just like exercising, as in going on a bike ride. If this place is haunted, we need to know why first. If we do it wrongly, the exorcism can backfire, you know? Really? Really. Not using proper methods will make the ghost stronger. It'll haunt the church twice as hard. Right. Nice save. That's why we have to be thorough. I see. I didn't know it's such a complicated process. I apologize for my lack of knowledge. And you're supposed to be a nun? There's nothing to apologize for. Feel free to, it's only us in the church until the end of the day. I'll be here if you need me. I'm not a big fan of steeples. People die in these. Anyway, where are we going? Going to the chapel. So, what do you think of this whole thing? Was that really a picture of a ghost? If I squint really hard, I guess I can see a dress or a face. But it's mostly a white blur. It really doesn't explain anything, does it? Maybe next time we shouldn't take cases from churches, though. They'll obviously expect us to exercise it with a prayer or something. I suppose our methods aren't the most conventional. I think it's still important to put that poor nun's mind at ease. These photos are taken here, right? I think so, the eye will match. Let's take a closer look then. Maybe we'll find something. You know, I think you'll make a pretty good priest. On what basis are you saying this? Because you know, a priest can't date anyone and get married, right? Actually, not anymore. Oh, it's a joke, I'm joking. No need to hit me. You're talking like you have a love life. Now that's a burn. I thought it might be the light from the windows or something being reflected, but seeing this room, I don't actually see anything of the sort. Like a pot or a kettle? They did mention a potluck, right? That is practically the same thing. I doubt the actual potluck was held in the chapel. You're not allowed to eat in here. What about the time of day? The light would have reflected differently, right? There's no timestamp on the ghost photo. People stopped doing that a long time ago, you know. Nobody uses film anymore. I know this place is old-fashioned, but they can't be that behind the times. Huh. This makes me think. If this picture's digital, then isn't it possible it's been tampered with? It'd be pretty easy to make something like this in an image editing software. You think it's possible the nun did it? What if she's trying to get the place shut down? If that's our goal, she wouldn't have called us. Mr. Buford is a genius. Maybe someone has a grudge with the church. Or maybe it's a prank gone wrong. I doubt we could find more in here. Let's go to other places. No. We're totally snooping. Oh, there's a computer here. We can probably get a lot of information from here. Let's lock to the password, though. We'll need a good reason. Maybe we can guess it. What if it's just Jesus? In the Bible, don't they say something like Jesus is the answer for everything? Sadly, they do, and that's not what Scripture says. They made it up. For real? The actual verse says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. It just got oversimplified over time. There's a lot of popular sayings like that. Ever heard someone say everything happens for a reason? That's not in the Bible either. Really? I hear it all the time. Anyway, let's just try it for the sake of trying. Guess we'll have to come back to this later. There's a letter here. Let's see. I thought this was gonna get some useful information. It's just family drama. Read for yourself. Uncle, you need to get your head out of your butt. You're why this church is dying. You're not doing anyone any favors by being stubborn. Why are you such thick-headed as a head pastor? I'm leaving the church. Don't ever try to convince me to stay. From Maria. Harsh. That's bold coming from you. Hey, I didn't write my family some kind of hate letter when I left home. In fact, I didn't tell them anything at all. Arguably, that's worse. No doubt. The nun did mention the priest's family had already left. I wonder how recent this letter is. It's a possibility. Let's take note of the letter. Hey, there's a lot of picture books here. Wait, why are they all about vegetables? Ah yes, VeggieTales. You're screwing with me. I'm not. They're actually pretty popular with kids. Why vegetables though? Can't they just use cute animals for it? They should. Hell if I know. I wasn't the one who wrote it. This other wrote is just Bibles. Various sizes and translations. They usually lend those out if you don't have your own. Not really interested. It's not all boring. There's some interesting stories in the Bible. Like what? The book of Revelations is fun. It's about the apocalypse. Ah yes, 2nd Esdras is also about the apocalypse. And Isaiah. Most of the Old Testament is about the apocalypse, not gonna lie. You and I have really different definitions of fun. I like Alicia. This is great. A pile of religious document. One of these books looks a lot newer than the other. Looks like some notes. Written by Maria Robinson. Isn't that the pastor's niece? No, they're filled with different plans to revive the church. They're pretty weird though. Holy water business, bazaars, inviting a famous band. One of them's for the church to invest in cryptocurrency. You know, Christ threw people out of the synagogues or the temple because of buying and selling. I would want to throw those people out of this building too. Actually, I'd rather blow it up, but that's aside the point. No way, I hate those investment stuff. I don't even invest in stocks. What? Stocks and cryptocurrency are on two different levels of playing fields. The same kind of bullcrap to me. I'm starting to understand why your finances are so bad. Besides... Oh, this is an interesting one. Apparently they tried to make the first AI believer. An AI who's raised solely on the Bible, fully dedicated to Satan. By AI, you mean artificial intelligence? Yes. The priest's niece is apparently quite a programmer. She details the results of her research here. Well, that's just not gonna work. And if you guys haven't noticed, I really don't like the modern church. Or Catholics. Or Muslims. Or Jews, for that matter. Why not? It would generate a lot of positive buzz if she actually managed to do it. Artificial AI is talked about like everywhere. It's not just the buzz. AIs aren't sentient. They can't actually believe. Well, not with the current technology. But there's no way to know with the future. They don't have souls. Literally impossible. Have you ever heard of the Chinese room experiment? The what? It's a thought experiment that argues against AIs being conscious. It goes something like this. Let's say that someone created a program that translates Chinese to English. But does it actually understand Chinese? Or does it give off the impression that it understands it? Let's say I'm in a closed room with a box full of instructions on how to translate Chinese. It gives me a list of what set of characters I would need to reply to other set of characters. And you're outside the door. Did you slip a note of Chinese inside the room? Wait. I know I'm half Chinese, but my Chinese isn't actually that good. I scored like a 7 out of 100 in a Chinese test once. Just for the sake of this example, let's pretend you're fluent in Chinese, okay? Fine. Then I slipped Chinese note onto the floor. And I just followed the instructions in the book to write back a reply by copying the characters in the instruction. This is actually a really good example of why AI is not necessarily intelligent. If I could move my arms, I would. The same thing applies to artificial intelligence. When you talk to it, it can make you think it possesses intelligence, but it's only following a set of instructions. I think I get what you're trying to say, but I don't think it's clear-cut. How so? Let's still go with the example I actually do know Chinese. When I see a note in Chinese and translate it in my head, aren't I still technically following a set of instructions? Not necessarily. Not necessarily, because you could look at a word and be like, oh, this means this, I'm gonna come up with my own example. Huh. There's a whole system. You can say the person actually understands. I think that's what the room is. Huh? Do you get what I'm saying? Is it too confusing? No, I get it. I didn't expect something that thoughtful from you. Biology's my hidden talent. I might be a college dropout, but I'm still a med school dropout. I spent years there, you know? I don't know if that's something you should be proud of. Still, he does have a point. I guess he's more familiar with these things than I am. The notes end abruptly. Well, it makes sense why it didn't work. And Faith is confusing as is to humans. I couldn't imagine trying to write it as a program. What's the next idea? I can't imagine an old-fashioned priest reacting positively to something like this. You didn't think it makes much sense either. Well, I never denied I'm also old-fashioned. Oh, there's a memo. Don't forget, Uncle, the computer password is 1010. Password works! Now let's see what we can find here. Will you listen to my story? Listen to the story? Who's this from? Ah, it must be the ghost. Hello, demon. Why'd you just click yes? Was I not supposed to? I kind of feel bad that it was left here by itself. I doubt that priest and nun ever listened to it. It's a program. Eve 1-1. What? I will surely bring a flood of water on earth to destroy all flesh, except those who I have created. The dead in their graves will rise, and the living in the depths will bury the dead. In those days when rivers flow with the flood of the great what the hell is this? This is 100% of a... I am so confused. Yeah, this is definitely a demon. I don't remember this in the Bible. No, this isn't the Bible at all. The Book of Eve doesn't exist. This Adam was left without a follower, but Eve was left without a believer. Are you sure this isn't about Lilith? I also have the... Wait, because since all life is on the earth, and I've been made from the earth, because my flesh is from the earth, I also have the power to destroy all flesh. He said to the woman, "You are a god that is passing on from one generation to another." Oh, we need to, like, get out of this building if this is what they... Yeah, this is a demon. Run. Huh, I've always believed, Eve said. But she cast us all that aside. Why am I not enough? Why? Why? Can you try to type back to it? Do it yourself. I thought you were the ones who wanted to be friends with it. You got scared, huh? This isn't even supernatural. It's broken nonsense. Faith can't exist in a vacuum. You're repeating words without knowing what it means. To be a true believer, you have to expand your horizons. How will I do that? Yeah, how does she do that? Are you just saying things? I don't know how artificial intelligence works, okay? Do I look like I know anything about programming? You'll have to expand their database. They only have Bible verses. Well, yeah, Bible verses aren't known for their friendliness. Buford said to expand your database. He won't even know who I am. Who is the one named Buford? Can I follow him? I guess if I plug my phone in, we can take it with us. You sure want to do that? Why not? Like you said, nothing supernatural is actually happening. Oh, hell nah. Do you think they'll buy it if I tell them their computer was possessed? Well, it's technically true. It's not like we're lying. That's true. Guess that's one more case solved. We even got a souvenir this time. Please don't call it a souvenir. 31st of October. Alicia, come look. Hello, Alicia. I would like to apologize for all the problems that caused you last time. Is this actually an AI? Whoa, I can't recognize you. This is a result of my hard work. I expanded her database, so she can even access the internet by herself. Yeah, I think this is a demon. That's good, I think. I'm not actually a tech person. Thank you. I'm slowly taking my time, learning everything. That's good. Actually, can I ask a question? Ask away. Your appearance, did you choose it on your own? No, Buford helped me with it. He said it suits me. You turned the AI into an anime girl? Have you ever heard of VTubers? This is normal. It's only normal in your circles, you nerd. Maybe you're the one who's not up with the times. Country bumpkin. You want us to say that again? This office really is lively. So is it actually an AI? Huh. This is a really neat thing. Church has off-put me tremendously, though. Not bad. Not bad. I don't trust AI either, but that's aside the point. You never know. It might try to kill you in your sleep, like a robot. I played a game where that happens. That being said, if you guys have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. As always, goodbye.